Hello, gorgeous souls. Welcome, and I invite you to stay magical. So, while I was out when I went to the Crystal show, I also went to Five Below and found a couple books. This is one of them. My Friend Fear by Mira Lee Patel. Potel. My bad. Finding Magic in the Unknown. I had no idea what I bought when I bought it. I just saw the title and went, let's do it. I was just going to read about it and maybe talk about some things. And I was going to highlight and underline, but it's a book just full of art and beautiful thoughts. It's Mira is a self-taught young artist who has had her fair share in gaining wisdom. Now, I've only read the first chapter, and I knew, wow, I want to do this with you guys. So, in the beginning it says, "For my fear, who stays with me like moonlight in the darkness and always leads me to the magic." How fitting. Fear invites the possibility to happen. The author's note is a small couple pages about where she's been and how this book came about. But what I really loved is it says, "This is a book that was written to remind you of one thing. You are not alone. You are not alone." Page 11. There's a cool quote here. First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to. What you have to do. I'm not really sure how to say the name. Chapter 1, How Fear Became My Friend. She talks about when she was little and how we come into this world without fear, and we just have this natural curiosity to experience all the things that the world has to offer. So she hits on some main things that I think we all know. I want to feel. I want to know. I want to understand. Maybe this is the magic. When we're little, before school, we don't really know how hurtful the world can be before fear has entered our lives. And as we get older, fear has many names. And she talks about that in here. One of the things that I really wanted to talk about was something even I felt in my journey. Being so crippled by fear that we just try to blend in and go unnoticed. And she says down here in her art, "The fear of being different forces me to be like everyone else." Now, I grew up totally unlike anybody else. In general, I've always been very different, and by the time I hit my junior year of high school, I decided that I was just going to switch schools and blend in. And because I just wanted to be left alone. There's always other things that come into play, bullying, comparing yourself to others, but really being different from everybody else is the power. We all have beautiful things to offer the world, and not one of us is alike completely. We are all totally unique. There was a few things I wanted to read. She makes some good points. Being pulled apart by fear is a continual surprise and often makes me wonder where I went wrong. If I had done things differently, would it still be there? If I were a better person, surely I'd be traveling the world carelessly, forging wonderful friendships with ease, experiencing more than I ever dreamed possible. I wouldn't be sitting in a coffee shop in downtown Chicago, utterly stricken by fear, would I? The answer, of course, is yes. Fear would still be here. It would be here even if I said the right words or showed up on time, even if everything went exactly according to plan. Fear will still be here because fear is not a consequence. It's not a punishment we receive for doing something wrong or behaving badly. It is not something that we feel because we lack the strength to overcome it. In fact, fear isn't an obstacle to overcome at all. Fear is a light that's meant to guide us. It builds strength and provides sustenance. It has the ability to split us open like a knife does a pomegranate, spilling seeds of beauty and incredible possibility from the inside. There are moments when I simply feel free, untethered from my constant fear of being different, of being judged or singled out. In these moments, I float. Now, even as I'm doing this video, it's not going exactly I had planned. I had all these things swirling in my head that I wanted to say. And that's okay, because exactly the right thing is going to come out. What am I afraid of? I think fear can, if we can look at fear in a different light, I think it could be something beautiful. Because fear has many names, like I mentioned before. It comes with anxiety. It comes with judgment. It comes with depression. It comes with all of these things. And that's just to name a few. And it weighs us down, but really, fear is part of our intuition, our fight or flight. If we learn to see our fear or sense it and ask ourselves what it's trying to tell us. I think that's where she's going with befriending fear, because it can be a powerful tool. It doesn't have to be this, we don't have to fear fear itself. Fear is our friend. It's a guide. When you're in a situation where you're not sure you want to be in, and all of a sudden you feel fear, and you quickly make your exit, and then maybe later on you find out something bad happened. You listened to your fear. It was your friend. Freedom is the recognition that where you are right now is exactly where you're supposed to be. It is fear that has reminded me over and over again that yes, I am different from you or anyone else, and how lucky I am that this is so. It's fear that has forced me to turn my ideas of difference over in my head until I could see that difference is beautiful, that I am lucky to be one of a kind, and that these very differences are what have allowed me to thrive. Fear is a friend, and it's here to support you. Like all friendships, the one you have with fear is a two-way street. It requires time, hard work, and honesty in order to become and remain healthy. It requires us to sit with it, listen to it, and try our best to understand it, even though we don't always know how. Like any friend, fear can help you only if you let it. In the throes of darkness, fear makes us feel as if magic doesn't exist. But what if it's actually telling us exactly where to find it? Well, we didn't read that part. Remember what it's like to feel free. Fear is always beside us, but it doesn't keep us from freedom. It leads us to it, slowly moving us toward the magic. Those who don't believe in magic will never find it. Roald Dahl. I don't know if I said that right. Oh, there's an elephant. There's my little elephant here. It's made out of malachite, by the way. Great find for my birthday back in July. It was only $6. I don't think that shop knew what they had. It was an antique shop. Anywho, I digress. I had shuffled this Keep Calm and Trust God deck for a bookmark to use, and this one came out. Be still and know that I am God. And if you make the Lord your refuge, he will order his angels to protect you wherever you go. I don't know if it's glaring. I've noticed there's like a glare from the light. But I think if we were to change the way we see fear, it doesn't have to be so negative. It's a powerful tool, and it's freeing when we can accept that we are right where we're meant to be. And there's magic in the present moment when you're in the here and now. It is so magical. Fear is just part of your senses. She talked about how she was born with all 5 senses, your eyes, your nose, taste, touch. I'm missing it. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. Fear is a tool. And what are we so afraid of in that? So I think if we dive into it and really take a look, fear invites the impossible to happen. Anything is possible with God, right? Okay, so I did not say all I thought I would, and that's okay. Let's pull one card from the Keep Calm and Trust God deck. Well, that style of shuffling doesn't work for this. This one looks a little battered. Okay. God, what would you like to add to this one card, please? These are so small. The eyes of the Lord are on the righteous, and his ears are attentive to their prayer. 1 Peter 3:2. Put your hope in the Lord. Travel steadily along his path. Psalm 37:34. Bloop. and white today. So, while we hope and we travel along this path, we can trust that all is well. Everything is exactly the way it's meant to be. And we are free in this moment, and we can trust our intuition that fear helps us feel. Actually, I have this little pillow. Hope. To have belief, desire, to place trust in life's plan. It's kind of perfect for that. These are old chairs. Yeah. So, thank you for coming, guys. I look forward to talking about my friend Fear more. I'm going to do that midweek, LA Wednesdays, Thursdays, to add a little something in between readings. So, thank you for being here, for liking, subscribing. I'm so happy to have you here. And, of course, stay magical.